For me, the old FWA back in the days was just a wicked stage that you could just show yourself up on, you know what I mean? Just go out there, do your thing.
It set standards. It changed British wrestling. Nothing had been seen like it before. It was the first time since I can remember that there was a wrestling product that a fan could be proud of. You know, it's not to say there wasn't good wrestling in Britain, because there was, but it was the first actual brand that you could turn to and say the FWA is a brand, and that's a company that has some really high quality wrestling.
It definitely brought a new level of production value, and the fans followed it, you know, very closely, which is something that it's very difficult to achieve, you know, without regular kind of television spots.
What I think the old FWA did for British wrestling was make it something exciting.
But one thing I will say is FWA was one overrated machine.
Oh, everything for British wrestling, I loved it. It was what, a decade ago, and I was my first British show it was the first wrestling show I ever went to, and it was just like immense.
I think the old FWA allowed a worldwide audience to look at the FWA and look at British wrestling, helped a lot of British wrestlers' careers and got them out on the international wrestling scene as much bigger stars.
When the opportunity came along to wrestle for the FWA, I grabbed the opportunity with both hands, and it was like a breath of fresh air. It was, you know, quite a dynamic company, and it totally revolutionised British wrestling.
From 1989, when World of Sport was taken off TV, until 1999, I think it was, when they started recording the shows, little or no British wrestling was recorded. But now, throughout that time with FWA, they put thousands of hours of footage back into a very valuable archive.
Revolutionised it. It was certainly a pivotal thing for me anyway. It got me into British wrestling.
Not as much as he could have done, especially without me.
It was the pinnacle of British wrestling, you know. It was a place where everybody wanted to be. It was a place that all the fans went to. Completely revolutionised British wrestling.
I mean, the FWA lot brought a lot of sort of American stars over, which also helped to sort of like higher the profiles of a lot of British wrestlers. So it gave them more exposure on like a higher stage.
It drew in a lot of fans from overseas. You know, not only did we have overseas fans, but we brought in people from Japan, across Europe and America, which meant that for the first time since I could remember, there was a lot of people who were, you know, heavily involved in the wrestling scene worldwide that had their eyes firmly fixed on the FWA. And I think because of that, it helped raise profiles of people like Doug Williams, Jody Fleiss, Johnny Storm, who became ambassadors for the new style of British wrestling.
What? What did it do for British wrestling? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it didn't help me one bit. I was already a star in the making before FWA. I didn't even know what FWA was.
It was a really exciting time in British wrestling.